This Introduction to Meditation Medicine Part 2. Following up on last week's session, we started out with a basic introduction to what meditation medicine was about and some short meditations. And this week we're going to follow up on that. Unlike last week, we're not going to begin with an explanation. We're going to go directly into the exercise, following in the tradition of our ancient ancestors who believed that the experience is more important than the explanation, and that the experience is pregnant with the explanation. Okay? I know that we've been taught the exact opposite, that theory precedes practice. Okay? That grasping something intellectually is the first thing that you do. Unfortunately, that often leads to us believing that we know a thing because we've intellectually grasped it. Because we think we understand the concept, we think we know things that we don't know. And so today we're going to begin with the exercise, and then later on we'll talk a little bit about the experience. This is going to be a short exercise, and we're going to follow up on what we did last week. So I want you to find a comfortable sitting position. You can be sitting in a chair with your back straight but comfortable, not tense. Rest your hands in your lap. You may want to sit on the floor in a lotus position, your legs crossed if you're comfortable that way and can sit that way for a little while. You may want to sit in zazen on your knees. Just make sure that you're sitting in a comfortable position that you can hold, that's not going to be creating tension for you, okay? So once you're in position, I want you to just kind of get in touch with your body. I want you to scan your body from the top of your head. Just feel, what does the top of your head feel like? And move your attention down to your forehead. Do you feel any tension there? If you do, let it go. Let your forehead relax. Your eyebrows, your eyes, allow them to relax. Bring your attention down to your cheeks, your mouth, your chin. Just sit there for a moment and find if there's tension there. If there's tension, let it go. Very often we have tense muscles in our body and we don't even know it because we've been doing it so long, it becomes a habit. Come down to the neck. Release all the tension. If it helps, you can nod the head a little. Drop the shoulders. Just let all the tension in the shoulders release. Bring your attention down through your arms, through the body and triceps, elbows, your forearms, and make sure all the tension is released in the arms. And now the chest and the back. Just bring your attention there and feel. Just let go. Come down to the lower back. The abdomen. The lower back is another place where we tend to hold on and tense up. Just release, let it drop, let it melt. Down into the buttocks and the thighs. Down to your knees. Feel your calves, your lower leg. Release any tension there. Into the ankles. Your feet. All the way to the toes. And the soles of your feet. So at this time your entire body should be relaxed. And now I want you to take notice of your breath. want you to actually feel your breath. Feel the air enter your nostrils and go down your throat. Follow it down through the chest, down into the belly. Feel the belly expand, feel it contract. And then follow that air as it rises back up through the chest, through the throat, and exits the nostrils. I just want you to stay with that breath for a while. Feel it. You're breathing every day and you're breathing all day. It's the most consistent function in your life. It is going on all the time. Just let it happen. Don't control it. But notice it. Stay with it. If your attention gets distracted by your thoughts, just say to yourself, thought. And bring your attention back to the breath. If some emotions start to come up and you start to feel some kind of way, bring your attention back to the breath. Let that feeling go. If little sensations in your body, you're feeling a little uncomfortable, a little bit of pain somewhere, it's okay. Just bring your attention back to the breath. Let that little pain do its thing. Remember to follow the breath from beginning to the end. Follow it in and out. Follow it as it goes down. Follow it as it comes back up. Stay with the breath. Remember, you're not controlling the breath. You're just noticing it, watching it, feeling it. You should be breathing through your nostrils, inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling through the nostrils. And if at any point you begin to tense up in your body again, let it go. You know now what it feels like to be relaxed. If any muscle begins to get tense, just tell it. Relax. And let it go. Now I want you to just take 10 last inhalations and exhalations. After the 10th one, just move your body just a little. Change your state. Okay, let's move on. So to recap, last week we started out by talking about what meditation medicine is. And basically, meditation medicine implies that the act of meditating, the exercise, the practice of meditating has medicinal qualities, has the ability to help your body to return to its center, return to its equilibrium, return to homeostasis, and in so doing allows the body to work better at the function of self-healing. Our bodies have the ability to heal themselves, to repair themselves, to restore themselves. Very often we get in the way by what's going on in our heads, what's going on in our emotions. We allow ourselves to stand in the way of our own healing. And the process of meditation assists us in getting out of our own way, basically. Okay? So today we want to talk about preventive meditation medicine. Meditation medicine as a preventive measure. Because there's preventive medicine and there's curative medicine. And most of us focus on curative medicine. We're always trying to find out what herb we can use when this happens and what to do when this occurs. And that has its place. But as we know, there's an old saying that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? And so let's put that ounce of prevention to work. Let's put it to work for us. How can meditation be preventative? How can it be a preventive medicine? In the last 20 or so years, there's been a lot of research done around the immune system and how it works. And once it was believed that the immune system functioned autonomously, that it just functioned on its own, isolated, we now know that the brain, your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors affect the immune system's ability to do its job. There's an entire field called psychoneuroimmunology. Concerns itself with just that, how the brain and behavior affects your immune system function. And several studies have been done showing that meditation actually upregulates or improves the ability of the immune system to function, to work. And our immune system is that part of us that when we receive some type of a pathogen, some type of a foreign organism or a germ into our body, the immune system goes to work to fight that, to make sure that it's not going to get to the point where we really get sick. And this is what we want. We want our immune system to be strong at all times. There are things that you can do in terms of eating, and eating proper diet helps the immune system. Exercise helps the immune system, right? There are herbs you can take. There are different vitamins you can take, right? But meditation is also very, very beneficial in improving and strengthening your immune system. So meditation, in addition to just being good for general health, is good for strengthening the immune system, and therefore it is a preventive medicine. Okay? And it's been found that one of the best forms of meditation in this regard is a meditation that's called mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is observing what's going on in your inner world. But not just observing it without judgment. What does that mean? Usually we're thinking, right? We're always thinking about things, but those thoughts very often lead to judgments because our belief systems tell us that this is right and this is wrong. This is good, this is bad, this is good, this is evil. Okay? So when we look at what's going on in our lives or in our thoughts, very often we judge them as one or the other. Judging things negatively, especially when you judge things negatively as evil or bad or inappropriate or whatever you want to label it, has a negative effect, not just in our psyche, but that then affects our biology and can affect our immune function. Okay? And so in mindfulness meditation, you're being present, you're observing your thoughts, you're observing your emotions, you're observing the reactions that are taking place within you. Things that are going on all the time that we don't notice because we're busy in the world. Okay? We're busy doing as opposed to being. And so in mindfulness meditation, we just want to sit and watch. You want to get in touch with the one that watches, the one that observes. There's a part of us that just observes. It doesn't interfere. It doesn't judge. It doesn't suggest. It doesn't try to make you do anything. It's just there, observing. And that's the part of yourself that you want to get in touch with in a mindfulness meditation. So when the thoughts arise and start to go through their chatter, what's called the monkey mind, people refer to it as the monkey mind, you just observe it, take note of it, and let it dissolve. Take your mind back to the fact that it's observing. Okay? So the next meditation that we're going to do is just that. It's going to be more of a mindfulness type of meditation. And it's directly connected to what we were just doing. But this time we won't be focusing necessarily on the breath. Okay? So once again, I want you to get into a very comfortable posture, a posture that you can hold for some period of time. We're only going to be doing this maybe 5-10 minutes. So get comfortable. You could be sitting, you could be kneeling, sitting on the floor. You could even be laying down if you're not going to fall asleep. You can lay down on your back, however you're comfortable. Once again, begin to scan your body. Make sure all the muscles are relaxed, so it's good to just start from the top of the head and slowly work your way down. There we go. By now you should be down to your neck. Feel tension there, just let it go. Move your attention down lower, shoulders, down, arms, forearms, hands, fingers, down through your chest and upper back and your torso, lower back, abdomen. If there's any tension there, just let it drop. Allow the chair you're sitting in to support you. There's no reason to be tense. It's supporting you. If you're sitting on the floor, that's supporting you. Just let all your weight drop into the supporting surface. Your thighs, lower legs, ankles, feet, soles. Everything should be relaxed. Now that the body's relaxed, once again, let's just first notice the breath for a moment. Just feel the belly open and close, expand, contract. Nice deep breaths, but comfortable breaths. Don't breathe so deeply that you're exerting yourself, that you're straining. Now, as you observe your breath, I want you to take notice of any thoughts that come into your head, because they're coming. We think that we control our thoughts, but we don't. They come and go as they please. And as they come in, just notice them. Notice what they're about. Think of your thoughts as a train coming into the station. You're waiting for a particular train, and this particular train is not your train. So it comes in, it stops, you notice it's the train to Berkeley, but you're not going to Berkeley. So you just let that train take off and leave. As each thought enters your mind, it's not the thought that you're looking for. Let it come in, let it go. Don't get on the train of thought. You don't have to get on the train. It's a choice. So when the train comes in, and you know it's not your train, say thought, and return to feeling your breath. Let the breath be your anchor. Don't try to stop the thoughts. Don't try to resist the thoughts or wrestle with the thoughts. You'll lose. Let them come in. Notice them. Let them go. Return to the breath. Pardon me, got a little cold going on. Return to the inhaling and the exhaling. If the thoughts bring up any emotions within you, you treat those emotions the same way. Let them rise up, notice them, let them go. Both the thoughts and the emotions are like little children. They want attention. They're going to do things to get your attention. You decide when you're going to give them attention and when it's not time for them to have your attention. Notice it. Let it go. Okay, I want you once again to take your last 9 breaths. At the end of that 9th breath, you just move a little bit, give yourself a little shake, change your state. Okay, if you're still taking those 9 breaths, just continue. For those of you who are here live with me, if you noticed anything in your experience while you were doing this, just give me a little note in the comments. Let me know what you experienced. If there was anything that stood out at all, just write it in the comments. I would suggest when doing this type of meditation, it's good to keep a meditation journal and just write down what you experienced, what came up for you, what are the thoughts that are coming up for you. Very often you'll find that thoughts are reoccurring. Very often in the day, from day to day, you'll find that the same thoughts are coming back, the same concerns coming back and looping and looping and looping. Even though they have nothing to do with what we're doing at the moment, in the present moment, these particular thoughts keep coming back. And keeping a journal will help you to see what the cycle is and what keeps returning and what it is that you really may need to attend to in your life that's trying to get your attention, that you need to resolve so that it can stop pestering you, stop haunting you. Okay? So take that suggestion and use it if you're really going to use these exercises, and I suggest that you do. Not just for your physical health, but this is good for your mental health, your emotional health. Okay, I haven't noticed any comments. Let me put on my little spectacles. Okay. And next I was going to ask if you have any questions. If anyone has a question. And for the people, most people are going to, I noticed last time, most folks watch this video after it was really done, because the video stays in circulation for a while. I don't know how long Facebook keeps it in circulation. Not sure how that works. But feel free to ask a question even when you're looking at a video that I've done already and it's past, because I'll be looking back at it and I'll get notifications letting me know someone made a comment, asked a question, and I can then answer that question if it's within my capability to do so. Okay, so whether you have a question now or later, feel free to ask it. Okay, I don't notice any, so we're going to close out for today. This was part 2 in the Meditation Medicine series. It's a 4-part series. Last week was Introduction to Meditation Medicine. Today was Preventive Meditation Medicine. Next week we'll be talking about Curative Meditation Medicine. Curative meaning after the fact, when we're already in the throes of some type of imbalance, how meditation can help us. And so this is Kazi, and this particular series is sponsored by the Newark Center for Meditative Culture, which I'm a member, and we'd really love it if you subscribe to our page, which you should be on now if you're seeing this, or if you're seeing it later, you're on that page. Subscribe to the page, and this is free. And feel free to make a donation. We're a nonprofit organization. Every little bit helps. And join our mailing list so you know the different programs that we offer and when they're coming. If they're in your area, you really should get out to them and take part. We do more than just meditation, but everything we do is related to meditation and healing. And that's why it's called Meditative Culture. So this is Kazi once again signing off for today. Peace.